Have you ever felt that shiver down your spine, that irrational dread when the lights go out, even in your own home? It's a primal fear, a feeling that something unseen, something ancient is watching. You might think it's just your imagination or the lingering effects of a scary movie. But what if science could tell you exactly which horror films tap into those deep-seated evolutionary fears so profoundly you literally cannot watch them alone? Today, we're not just talking about jump scares. We're talking about movies designed to dismantle your sense of safety using psychological triggers refined over millennia. Dr. Alana Jones, a neuroscientist specializing in fear responses, posits that certain narratives exploit your brain's hardwiring. It's not about gore, it's about uncomfortable truths. So dim the lights, but maybe leave one on, because these are the 3 scariest horror films science says you can't watch alone. First up, The Blair Witch Project. You might scoff, thinking it's just an old found footage flick, but its genius lies in what you don't see. Your brain, specifically the amygdala, is a master of threat assessment. When presented with ambiguous information, especially in a dark, unfamiliar environment, it defaults to danger. This film offers almost no visual confirmation of the threat, forcing your mind to conjure something far more terrifying than any special effect. The rustling leaves, the distant whispers, the stick figures. Your brain fills in the terrifying blanks, projecting your deepest, most personal fears onto the screen. It preys on your innate fear of the unknown, a survival instinct that kept your ancestors safe from unseen predators. Could you truly endure that psychological torture, amplified by your own imagination, without another human presence to anchor you to reality? Next, we dive into Hereditary. This isn't just about jump scares, it's about the slow, agonizing erosion of trust and sanity within the family unit. Dr. Michael O'Connell, a psychologist, highlights how Hereditary leverages a core human vulnerability, our dependence on loved ones for safety.
When those bonds are twisted into instruments of terror, the psychological impact is profound. The film systematically isolates its characters, and by extension, you, the viewer. It plays on anxieties about mental illness, inherited trauma, and the horrifying thought that perhaps you are not truly safe even with those closest to you. The sense of creeping, inescapable doom creates a claustrophobic atmosphere that is deeply unsettling. To watch this alone is to confront the fragility of your own psychological defenses, stripped bare. Finally, the film that truly tests the limits of solitary viewing, The Babadook. This film is a masterclass in exploiting the fear of the internal monster, the fear that something dark within you, or within your own home, can turn malevolent. Researchers like Dr. Sarah Chen from Stanford University have studied its impact, noting its ability to manifest abstract fears into a tangible yet elusive threat. The Babadook itself is a metaphor for unprocessed grief, depression, and the dark thoughts that can consume us. When you watch this alone, you are forced to confront not just a monster on screen, but the potential for the monstrous within your own psyche, or within the seemingly safe confines of your own home. The film blurs the line between reality and hallucination, leaving you questioning your own perceptions. It's an intimate, suffocating horror that echoes the internal struggles many of us face. Alone in the dark, with only your thoughts for company, The Babadook doesn't just stay on the screen, it creeps into the corners of your mind. These films aren't just entertainment, they are psychological experiments, meticulously crafted to bypass your rational mind and poke at the raw, ancient parts of your brain that still believe shadows hide fangs. They remind you that some fears are not meant to be faced in solitude, but are echoes of a time when survival depended on the warmth and vigilance of a tribe. So the next time you consider a horror movie marathon, ask yourself, are you truly ready to face these primal terrors completely alone? Or will you, like your ancestors, seek the comfort and safety of another human presence?
Perhaps some fears are simply too big for one mind to hold. So if you're brave enough to watch these, hit that like button, share with a friend, and subscribe for more spooky content.